being with Swami in Dharmakshetra was had impact on my thinking, on my life, on my understanding of things as an earthquake would possibly have in other people's life. So after that, after I met him for an hour in Bangalore day before, and now in Dharmakshetra for another hour, and next day I had to fly back to Europe and I had to attend my work in my newspaper office. So, and all under the impression of India. It was so deep that I really returned to this work, but I never settled it in again as I did before. I was hanging around in Zagreb for a while, still working, but I decided to sell my unit there, which was quite big and which was in the heart of capital of Croatia, which wasn't Yugoslavia anymore. It was later becoming Croatia. And then I decided, when I sold it, I decided I'll go again to India to clarify things, what I experienced, and to see what it was really, because I didn't have any, I have only impressions, I didn't have any understanding. And it was a year passed and I returned to Puttaparthi, which is the main headquarters of Sai Baba in India. And I still didn't speak much English. I even make mistakes today, after 30 years after. And I did not know how this ashram functions, what the timetable is, where to go, where to sit, what to do during that time. But I just followed what other people were doing. And I finished sitting in the front row of the chairs, not knowing that those chairs are for people with some serious illnesses. And sitting like this for 7 days, Baba would come every day and he would smile at me like to say hello to good friend. And I thought this is normal, and I thought this is how he does with everybody. And then I went to my room in the ashram in some round building, which is very far from his mandir where he was staying. And I wrote him a letter, and I thanked him in this letter. I said, thank you very much for bringing me to Puttaparthi, and thank you for welcoming me and for good accommodation and time I can spend with you. And I said, now when I have found you, I will never lose a sight of you again. And Swami came and extended his hand as he would take my letter. But he didn't take it, he just held his hand in like 10 centimeters from the letter, and he asked, for whom is this letter? Is this letter for me? I was very surprised. I thought, what this question is about? For whom else can this letter be, possibly? And then he took a letter and he held it to his chest. And then, I'm not sure, but I think he did. Anyway, he took the letter and very happily he walked, continued walking around other people. After this meeting with him in this short time, people came and asked me, what was in this letter that Swami was so eager to get it, that make him so happy. I truly didn't understand what they are talking about. Why was he happy, and is he not happy with every letter like this? I was thinking, you know. And then it took 20 years before I understood why he was so happy. That when people ask me what was in this letter, I said nothing particular that I can think of, only a polite thank you. And after 20 years, I found a copy of this letter, and I saw what made him to melt. And in the letter was written, "Now when I found you, I will never let you go again, or I will never let go of you." And what was this? What was the meaning of it? That somehow some part of me, my soul, my subconscious, knew him. And I recognized him in this letter. And I said, "I found you and I will never let you go again." It means sometime, somewhere, in who's now which time, and how many lifetimes or millennia or hundreds of years in the past, I knew him. And he was so happy because he knew I recognized him. Some part of me recognized him. And it was lovely. And he continues, and I came another time again, and in my room I was writing another letter, because I realized everybody writes a letter, and I found it quite amusing and entertaining and quite interesting. Is he going to take it, or he is not going to take it? And while I was writing this letter, I was almost towards the end of the letter, and I heard a voice. This building was almost empty. I was by myself, and I heard a voice saying, "No need to write, I already know." And I looked through the window, through the door. There was nobody to be seen, and I couldn't understand where from this voice was coming. And since I was close to the end of the letter, I decided to finish it, and I took it with me to darshan. And how I was sitting, Swami was coming, and I offered this letter to him. He again extended his arm, but he didn't take the letter, just was at his fingertips. And he said, "I already told you, no need to write. I know what you want." And this gave me a lot of thing to think about afterwards, when I understood that he could read my writing without seeing it, and 300 meters away, and this opened whole new windows in my mind, or in my brain, or in my intellect. And it took me several days to come around it, and some exchange and discussion with other devotees who were there a long time, and they told me, he knows everything. He knows everything. And I was obviously asking myself, how can it be? But it was. So these were this was my return to Puttaparthi, and I after 1 month I said, "Swami, I have to go now because I have to return to my office." And he said, wait. And I quickly sent some telegram to my office. There was no email in that time. It was year 82. And I said, I cannot return back to my work for 1 more month. Another month passed. I said, "Swami, now I have to go, otherwise I'll lose a job." And he said, wait. And I again sent telegram to my office. I still cannot return to my work, And this game went on for 6 months. And believe it or not, this was a so-called communist country. For 6 months, while I was sitting at my guru's feet, I was receiving full wage. This was equal to a miracle. you know. And then after 6 months, Baba again said, wait, wait, wait. Finally, I got it. I will never return to this office and to this work, which I didn't like at all, you know. Finally, a dumb idea. And then I was thinking, no one of big saints, no Buddha, no Jesus, no Muhammad, nobody got enlightened by working in office from 9 to 5 in the afternoon. So I said, this office work would not serve my heart desire and my path that I want to walk. So I never went back, and I never was fully employed ever again. After I did quite a big of freelancing, but never ever I was enslaved in the office. It's maybe not for everybody, but I felt in that time this being losing every freedom. After that, there was a year full of surprises, full of learning. Ashram is probably every ashram, but this ashram for sure is a university. One shares a room with so many people, and people from all over the world, and they come with so much different type of knowledge, and we exchange that. And I learned everything at that time. I was vegetarian already, but I learned I learned specific delicacies and menus from different countries and also especially people there are strong in healing. Everybody knows how to heal that and what to do in case of such different problems. So this was a time when I accumulated a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge from people from all over the world. And this also made my stay there very rich and very something that I was very grateful for. And then happens that I didn't, of course, have money anymore. I was receiving wage, but I couldn't collect it in India, so I couldn't get the money. And money would just come. Somebody will come from my country and would say, "Oh, here you are so long. We are going here already, and we are going home tomorrow. And there is some money left, and please use it." And this was the way I survived in that period of time. And I have here some picture of life in ashram.